Most businesses are flying blind when it comes to their competition, leaving thousands on the table, sometimes millions, in lost revenue and missed opportunities. Forget generic SWOT analyses or outdated market reports. This isn't about guesswork. I used one AI workflow last month to charge a client $3,000 for a single comprehensive competitor analysis report, delivering insights so precise they immediately shifted their entire product roadmap and marketing spend. This isn't a theory. It's a proven method for generating serious income by giving businesses the strategic edge they desperately need. And the best part? The AI tools to do this are more accessible than ever, and most of them are free or have very affordable tiers. If you're not leveraging this right now, you're missing out on a massive untapped market. Businesses are hungry for actionable intelligence, not fluff. They want to know what their rivals are doing, how they're doing it, and most importantly, how they can win. Here's what most people get wrong. They think competitor analysis is about manually sifting through a few websites, maybe checking some social media profiles, and then slapping together a basic PowerPoint. Or they buy an expensive, generic market report that's 6 months out of date by the time it lands on their desk. This is lazy, inefficient, and frankly, completely useless in today's fast-paced digital landscape. They waste hours, sometimes weeks, trying to piece together fragmented information, ultimately producing a report that offers zero real strategic advantage. They also often focus too much on what competitors are doing instead of why and how they're doing it, and crucially, what the client should do next. That's where AI truly shines. It doesn't just collect data, it connects the dots, identifies patterns, and predicts moves in a way no human analyst working alone ever could. The actual method, the one that makes you $3,000 for a single report, is structured, AI-driven, and focused on delivering deep, actionable intelligence. It's a 5-step workflow that turns raw data into strategic gold. Step 1. Pinpointing the battleground and the players. Before you even think about AI, you need to understand your client and their specific niche. Who are they? What do they sell? And who are their primary, secondary, and even emerging competitors? Don't rely on the client's initial list alone. They often have blind spots. I start by feeding a clear description of the client's business, their target market, and their current known competitors into an advanced LLM like Claude 3 Opus or GPT-4. I prompt it to identify direct competitors, indirect competitors, and emerging threats in specific niche with a focus on target demographic. I'll also ask it to list their primary value propositions and approximate market share if available. This gives me a solid foundation and often uncovers competitors the client didn't even know existed. This initial phase is crucial because if you don't know who you're analyzing, the rest is pointless. Step 2. AI-assisted data collection, the digital spyglass. This is where you start gathering the raw material. Forget manual copy-pasting. We're automating this. Website and content. Use web scraping tools like ScrapeStorm or Octoparse to pull down competitor website content, blog posts, press releases, and even historical data if available. Don't just collect it. Feed chunks of this content into an AI tool like LexisNexis AI or even a custom-trained GPT to identify key themes, messaging shifts over time, and strategic keywords. Ask it, what are the core pillars of their content strategy? How has their messaging evolved in the last 12 months? Social media and ads. Tools like BrandWatch or Spout Social are great for monitoring competitor social media activity, engagement rates, and even detecting their ad campaigns. Export this data, then feed it into your LLM. Prompt it to analyze engagement patterns, successful content formats, and recurring themes in their advertising copy. You're looking for why certain posts resonate, not just that they do. Customer sentiment and reviews. This is gold. Scrape reviews from platforms like G2, Capterra, Trustpilot, Amazon, or relevant industry-specific review sites. Use an AI sentiment analysis tool like MonkeyLearn or even custom prompts in GPT-4. Ask it to summarize customer pain points, common complaints, and unaddressed needs mentioned in competitor reviews. This tells you where your client can differentiate. Pricing strategies. While direct scraping can be tricky, tools like PriceGrabber or even custom Python scripts can monitor competitor pricing. Feed this data into your AI and ask, identify their pricing tiers, common discount strategies, and value adds at each price point. You'll quickly see if they're competing on price, value, or exclusivity. Talent acquisition and growth. This is a hidden gem. Monitor competitor job postings on LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and their own career pages. Use AI to analyze the job descriptions. Ask, what new roles are they hiring for? What technologies are they investing in? What skills are in high demand within their organization? This reveals their strategic direction, R&D focus, and potential new product development. If they're hiring 10 senior AI engineers, they're probably building something significant with AI. Step 3. AI analysis and insight generation, the brains of the operation. Now you have a mountain of data. This is where the real value is created.
You're not just summarizing, you're synthesizing. Take all the process data from step 2 and feed it into your chosen powerful LLM. This isn't a one-and-done prompt, it's an iterative conversation. AI-powered SWOT. Go beyond the basic. Ask your AI, based on all collected data, generate a comprehensive SWOT analysis for competitor X, providing specific examples and data points for each element. Then, critically, ask, how do these SWOT elements compare to client's business? Strategic playbook dissection. Based on their content, social, and hiring patterns, what is their likely strategic playbook for the next 6 to 12 months? Are they focusing on market expansion, new product development, or customer retention? Market gap identification. What unmet customer needs or underserved market segments are apparent from competitor reviews and product offerings? This is where you find opportunities for your client. Predictive analysis. This is the high-value stuff. Based on their recent activities, hiring, product updates, press releases, what are the 3 most likely strategic moves competitor X will make in the coming quarter? Provide justifications. This helps your client anticipate, not just react. Differentiation opportunities. Considering client's business strengths and competitor X's weaknesses, what are the 3 actionable strategies for client's business to differentiate and gain market share? Step 4. Report generation and visualization, making it client-ready. Raw AI output is great for you, but clients need a polished, digestible report. This is where AI-powered presentation tools come in handy. Tools like Gamma or Tome can take your structured AI insights and quickly turn them into visually appealing slides. Don't just dump text, use charts, graphs, and clear bullet points. Your report should be broken down into sections. 1. Executive summary, the 2-minute overview of the key findings and most critical recommendations. 2. Competitor overview, a brief profile of each analyzed competitor. 3. Strategic analysis, detailed breakdown of their content, marketing, pricing, and product strategies. 4. SWOT and market gaps, the AI-generated SWOT for each competitor and the identified opportunities. 5. Actionable recommendations. This is the most important part. Translate your AI insights into specific, measurable, actionable advice for your client. Launch a new product line addressing X pain point. Increase marketing spend on Y channel where competitors are weak, or revise pricing model to compete on Z value. This is why they pay you $3,000. Step 5. Delivery and follow-up. Present the report to your client. Be ready to explain the methodology, especially how AI was used to uncover these insights. Emphasize the actionable nature of your recommendations. This often leads to follow-up work or recurring analysis. My client, a mid-SaaS SaaS company, was struggling to understand why their marketing efforts weren't yielding results despite having a great product. After delivering this AI-powered competitor analysis report for $3,000, we uncovered that their primary competitor had quietly invested heavily in a new content marketing strategy, dominating a specific long-tail keyword segment that my client had completely overlooked. We also identified a pricing tier gap where the competitor was underserving a particular customer segment. The client immediately adjusted their content strategy, targeting those keywords, and launched a new, slightly lower price tier with specific features to capture the underserved market. Within 2 months, they saw a 15% increase in qualified leads and were able to directly attribute new customer acquisition to the insights from our report. That's tangible value. That's what businesses pay for. So, how do you start today? First, pick a niche. Don't try to serve everyone. Focus on SaaS startups, local service businesses, or even specific e-commerce verticals. Second, get familiar with the tools. Start with the free tiers of Claude 3 Opus, GPT-4, and explore some freemium scraping tools like Scrapestorm. You don't need to be an expert in all of them, just understand their capabilities. Third, practice. Analyze a hypothetical competitor for your own business or a business you admire. Go through the full workflow. Fourth, create a compelling service offering. Call it AI-powered competitive intelligence reports. Price it based on value, not hours. $1,500 to $5,000 per report is entirely reasonable for the insights you're providing. Finally, reach out to businesses. Offer a mini-analysis, a sneak peek into one specific competitor strategy to show them what you can do. The barrier to entry for this is incredibly low compared to the value you can deliver. If you're serious about making real money with AI, start providing these invaluable AI-driven competitor analysis reports. This isn't just about making money, it's about making businesses smarter. If you want a detailed breakdown of the exact prompts I use, check out the link in the description for our AI competitor analysis prompt pack.